Good morning guys and welcome back to another video. I hope you are all well. So today, because I'm at home and I'm just sort of like doing my plans and everything, I thought I would film for you a what I eat for fat loss or what I eat in the day for fat loss kind of video. Just because I've sort of realigned what I was eating to fit my goals, because as we all know we're anticipating gyms opening soon, so I just want to sort of cut back on some of the body fat that I may have gained over lockdown period. So I'm going to start it now. My calories are like at the higher end of my deficit, so we're sat at 1,900 calories, so still a deficit for me, but it's at that higher end, just so I can start being like a little bit more, not strict, but like hitting those calories, hitting those macros, and then after like 4 weeks I'm reducing them again, and then after another 4 weeks reducing them again, and just sort of sticking to something. Really, it's just helping me keep my mind focused on my sort of like goals. Yeah, basically I just want to cut some of the body fat away and just see where we get to, but you know, we'll see how that one goes. But yeah, so I hope you do like this video. Obviously I'm going to take you along with all of the food that I eat, and obviously as you guys all know, I do eat more for like lifestyle fitness rather than extreme fitness. So yeah, I'm focused on more like a sustainable healthy lifestyle rather than like bodybuilding, competing, that type of thing. I just love food too much to be too restrictive. But yeah, so if you do like this video, then don't forget to click that like button, hit the subscribe and turn your notifications on. I know a lot of you have been watching my videos, but I noticed that some of you aren't subscribed, so if you could click that subscribe button, that would mean the absolute world to me. So without further ado, let's go eat some food. So as always, we've got the trusty porridge, strawberries, fake Nutella and milk, just because, as I've said before, it's reliable. I know I like it, so I know I'm going to eat it. And yeah, I will pop the macros, the calories and macros onto the screen here for you so you can see, but we've got to keep it easy for breakfast if I want to eat it, basically. So we've got the trusty Nutella porridge. Like I said, if you struggle with breakfast, just choose something you like. I was trying to have protein in my porridge, but it just made me not like it even more. So I've taken it back to basics, so it's just porridge, Nutella, milk, strawberries, just because I know I'll then eat it and it's that extra meal in the day. Whereas if I add something that I don't like or try to make it, you know, too complicated, then I won't eat it and I'm essentially losing out on like a whole meal, which won't help me hit my calories or targets. So keep it simple. I've actually changed loads of people's minds and they actually really like Nutella porridge now once they've added Nutella, so don't knock it till you try it. I'm gonna eat this. I'll check back in with you after. Okay, so I've just finished my breakfast. It was yummy, of course, as always, although the strawberries lied to me. They were not delicious and sweet little, they were very sour, so that was sad. But yeah, so I'm gonna crack on with some work now and I will check back in when I have some food again. It'll probably be, I don't know, snack or lunch. But yeah, I'll keep you up to date. See you in a bit. Okay, so I'm back. It is now lunchtime. I haven't had a snack yet just because I was busy working. So for a snack, I've got into the habit of having these Laughing Cow cheeses like you have as a child. I've got the light version, so I normally have 1 or 2 of these triangles. They're literally 25 calories and I have like a bit of a cheese obsession. I mean, everyone else thinks they're disgusting, but that, whatever, that's on you. Then I've just got these crackers as well, that I have in like every video, because you can eat the whole row and I mean they taste good. And then for lunch I'm going to be having an omelette. So I'm just going to be having mushrooms, some eggs, 2 eggs, some bacon just for some fat and protein along with the eggs, and then I can actually have 2 slices of thick bread to go with my omelette. But I will put all of the macros onto the screen. Obviously bread is normally something that people think you need to stay away from for fat loss, but that's not true. And yeah, you can even have white bread. I know, crazy, right? But yeah, so I'm gonna make this. I'll show you what it looks like after, and I'm gonna eat my snacks whilst I cook my omelette. Just before, I just thought I'd jump on and say, whilst I was in the middle of cooking, if you can get one of these fry light sprays, this one's from Lidl, and this is the extra virgin olive oil one. This one's really good. The coconut oil one, if you can get extra virgin olive oil, or what's the other one? Avocado oil, I think the other one is. They're really good, just because these sorts of oils are the best to cook at high temperatures. So if you are frying food, so for example my omelette, these are much better to cook with, just because they can be like heated to a much higher heat compared to say like sunflower oil or just like normal olive oil. So yeah, if you can get extra olive virgin oil, coconut oil in the spray ones, and they're literally 1 calorie per spray. So go and get these now. Go. Bye. So I've just made my lunch. So I've got an omelette, bacon, mushrooms, and 2 pieces of bread. Like I said, I'll pop the macros in, but everything fits into my calories and macro target for the day, just because I had pre-planned it all, like I do. So when I go shopping, I decide what I'm gonna have for lunch, dinner, tea, lunch, they're the same, for lunch and dinner, and then I know exactly what I can eat, and it will all fit within my macros. So that is one thing that I'll say. If you are like needing to go food shopping, decide what you want and like make a list and ensure that it like fits in with your macros before you go and get it. So then when you've got the stuff in your cupboards, when you are like hungry and you come to make a meal, then you can just make something and you already know that it'll fit in with your macros. So I'm going to enjoy this and see how much I can get through, because it actually looks like huge. But yeah, I'll be back. Okay, so I've just finished eating my lunch. I did get defeated. There is, I mean, a bit of omelette, some mushrooms, and a little bit of bread left, but that's fine. I mean, I did look at it and think, wow, okay. I think normally I would eat like 1 slice of bread, but if I'm really trying to hit my macros harder, yeah, then yeah, I needed the 2 slices of bread. But I think, yeah, so I've eaten about 1.5, which is fine, you know. And that's the other thing that I would say is, if you've just got a new macro target or calorie target, by the way, if you do want to work out your calories, I'll leave the link for my how to work out your own calories and macros video. Yeah, and go and check that out, and then you know exactly how many calories you should be eating for yourself and not copying anyone else's. What was I saying? But yeah, so once you have that new target, like I've just set myself the new target, you really want to take a while to like get up to that if you haven't quite been eating it. I think I've been hitting around 1,700, 1,800. So even though it's only an extra 100 calories, that is quite a significant amount in terms of eating. So it is like, you know, that extra slice of bread, which my body's not used to. So if I can just push a little bit further each time, and then that will help me towards my goals, because ultimately I'm still in a calorie deficit, so I will still be losing fat or losing weight essentially from eating those targets. But yeah, so that's filled me up. I'm gonna go back to work and I'll probably have another snack later, and then I will show you my dinner and maybe some pudding. But yeah, okay, so it's afternoon snack time and I'm gonna have my second triangle of the day. So yeah, what did I say? These were 25 calories, which are, oh, I've ripped the box, like nearly 3 grams of protein in a triangle, but 1.1 grams of carbs and 1.2 grams of fat. I mean, cheese always has higher fat in anyway, but I don't know, I just find it as a good snack and I like it. And then I didn't finish off eating my chili rice crackers, so I've got about 5 or 6 left of those, which I'm just going to dunk into some other type of cheese, because apparently I have cheese addiction. And then yeah, I'm gonna have steak for tea, so I will show you that when we get round to it. But for now, I'm just gonna go back to planning some programs for people and eating my snacks. See you in a bit. Also, I forgot to mention, I look like Casper the Ghost. But now, if you're on a weight loss diet, calorie deficit, if you're trying to like reduce your fat intake, or you know, you're trying to lower your body fat, then I would suggest having something like Pepsi Max or Coke Zero. I know some people are like, no, they make you fat. Trust me, I've been drinking these for like, I don't know, like 5 years now. I haven't gained weight from fizzy soda. But yeah, I just find them, you know, a nice cold can of Pepsi Max or Coke Zero gets rid of my sugar cravings like that. And yeah, I just like it as like a sweet sort of snack. Obviously this one has 1 calorie in, but it has nothing else in, and Coke Zero has nothing in other than like obviously the sweeteners and stuff. And if you're worried about the aspartame in it, you need to drink a severe amount of it, like an extraordinary amount of aspartame in your sodas for it to affect you. The amount that's in like a can isn't gonna like damage you or harm you or anything at all. So yeah, I recommend a nice sugar-free fizzy drink. There you go. See you in a bit. Okay, so it is now dinner time and we are having rump steak with some mushrooms and some homemade chips because it's Friday night and that is what we do. So steak, obviously a really good source of protein. I know some people try to stay away from like red meat a lot, but I would get bored of chicken. So again, I'm not restrictive, so I will eat red meat and white meat essentially. Again, cooking with my favourite pal, the 1 cal spray. If you haven't gone and got some since earlier, why haven't you gone? Go now. And yeah, so we're gonna pop these in the microwave for a little bit just to get like the starch off them, wipe them down, spray them with a little bit of this, and then just season them with some salt and pepper. Grill some mushrooms off, and we will also have some peas with them. But yeah, this is a very good Friday night dinner. I always like to, you know, if I'm getting nearer to the weekend, I don't want to carry on eating the same like boring weekday stuff. I don't know, it's just a way of me looking forward to like the weekend and not having to think, oh, I can't enjoy my food at the weekend because I'm eating in a calorie deficit. No, I'm still having steak, I'm still having chips. It's just, you have to make sure you cook with the right ingredients. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Also, what I did want to say, just whilst I was editing the video, I hadn't actually spoke about the fact that I had used tomato sauce with my lunch, and I'll also be using it for my dinner because I love tomato sauce. That's one thing I will say, if you are eating for fat loss or you want fat loss, weight loss, make sure you're tracking your cooking oils, any butter that you're using, also your sauces. So obviously like mayo, tomato sauce, they all come with calories in. So I think this is like 1 tablespoon. 1 tablespoon, which is about 15 milliliters, is 17 calories. So it still counts. I know it can be quite obsessive, but if you are being serious about it, that is a good way to ensure that your numbers stay within your calorie target. Obviously you can get like, if you, what's the Skinny Foods, I think that's it. I really need to try their stuff actually. I might have a look now at their stuff, but they do like 0 calorie sauce. So that's a good way of having the sauce without the calories. They also do cooking sprays as well on there. I'm gonna head on there now and have a look. But yeah, so that's another tip. If you are using that, make sure you're tracking that. Right, I'm gonna get on with cooking my food because I'm hungry. I'll catch you on the flip side. So our dinner is ready. So we have steak and chips with some peas and mushrooms. So I'll pop the macros onto the screen here for you. But like I said, it's a really good source of protein and carbs. Veg, you can't really go wrong. And I've also included into the calories and macros exactly like what I've cooked with, so you can see the calories that go into like the cooking ingredients, if that makes sense. But I'm gonna eat this now before my steak goes cold because that's more important. Thanks. Okay, so time has elapsed quite a bit. So I finished my dinner and I was so full. It was really good. And now I've just been sat relaxing and I'm about to have my last bit of food for the day. This is Ben & Jerry's. This is the Euphoria one. It's similar to like halo top, that kind of thing, but it's not like a high protein one. It's just 50% less fat than like their other ice cream ones. So this was 100ml and it's only 114 calories. So I have been measuring it out. It's about that much left. Because it's Friday, I'm gonna guess that that's around 100ml. I mean, sometimes I would weigh it out and sometimes I'm not. You can normally get about, well, it's 465 milliliters in a tub. So yeah, you can get at least 4 servings of 114 and then you're left with like just under half. So I might eat, I don't know, I reckon that's about 1 serving anyway. But yeah, this is really good as well. If you're craving a sweet tooth, I really recommend something like this. Or again, like my other tricks are a can of fizzy drink, sugar-free, or and options hot chocolate are really good. Other snacks that I might have sometimes are like a custard pot and stuff, so you can still have sweet snacks even if you're like cutting or on a calorie deficit, trying to, you know, lose fat loss. You can still eat stuff like this. Just because it has like, it's sugary stuff, it doesn't mean that you won't be able to lose fat. And also yeah, then obviously you go into like the whole restrictive side of things. Like if you start restricting yourself more, or you say I'm not going to have any of it at all, obviously that might work for some people, but I know it doesn't work for me. And it will make me crave it more, and it will make me more likely to give it up. So I always encourage, like, well, myself and also my clients, just to ensure that they have like something that they do enjoy, yeah, just to make the day go a bit nicer. But yeah, also whilst I'm here, I just wanted to say that, so obviously I've been tracking all on my FitnessPal, as I always do, and yeah, so today's food goal was 1,900 calories. I've hit 1,871, so not too bad. So I'm sticking for like 130 grams of protein. I've hit 122. I'm sticking for around 53 grams of fat. I've got 59 grams, that's fine. And then around 200 grams of carbs, and I've got 207. So overall, I mean, I've kind of smashed that. I'm not sure if you can see that, but yeah, we've pretty much hit all of those targets bang on. So I'm happy, it's a good day. I'm gonna enjoy this and I'm gonna head out. Right, if you did like this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up, click that subscribe button and turn your notifications on, and I'll see you for the next one. See you later.